What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and we're here with William Santana Lee, Chairman and CEO of Knightscope. It's a pleasure to have you on today, William. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Greetings from Silicon Valley. We're out here changing the world.
Of course, it's a pleasure to be chatting. So, Knightscope is an advanced public safety technology company that builds fully autonomous security robots and blue light emergency communication systems that help protect the places people live, work, study, and visit. Can you tell us more about what the company does?
So we build these crazy autonomous security robots that are patrolling across the country. It's what I think people would think would look like science fiction, that was on their TV screen or movie screen, or actually in reality, helping law enforcement officers and security guards do their jobs much more effectively. It's a combination of four really difficult technologies: autonomy, robotics, AI, and electric vehicle technology that we've integrated into these new machines to get our focus on making sure that we can get to our long-term mission accomplished, which is to see if we can make the United States of America the safest country in the world.
That's no little task, but that's a great mission. So the security robot market is projected to reach 119 billion by 2030. How does Knightscope plan to capitalize on this trend and expand its market share?
As I often like to say, criminals and terrorists can be anywhere. So if you're serious about our long-term mission, then Knightscope has to be everywhere. So one way to do it is I often think about a portfolio of products, so small, medium, large, extra large, indoors, outdoors, cities, highways that can autonomously cover geography, and then have those same machines all be able to see, feel, hear, smell, and speak. And if we can give the 2.5 million officers and guards a million machines and network that can actually run 24/7 and give them superhuman capabilities at their fingertips, we have a wonderful opportunity to actually achieve our long-term mission.
So the company has made well over 50 new announcements with dozens of contracts this year alone for its autonomous security robots and blue light emergency communication systems. Who are some of your most notable clients?
Like clockwork, we announce a material announcement almost every week. So we've got anything from, if you didn't catch the big NYPD announcement, the mayor of New York City and the entire NYPD brass were out for it recently. We're deploying, have deployed a machine in Times Square, which is, I guess, kind of like the world stage. The Huntington Park Police Department, Houston Methodist Hospital, Penn Entertainment's a big publicly traded casino conglomerate. A lot of hospitals, residential, basically anywhere you might see a law enforcement officer or security guard patrolling is certainly an opportunity for Knightscope.
So what is happening in New York City? It's all over the media.
So this is public information. The city and the mayor have a huge challenge. They have 33 odd thousand officers, and they're losing 3,000 to 4,000 a year through attrition and other means. They have a serious public safety mission that they need to deliver on, and they need new tools that are highly cost effective, and see if we can have these machines be a force multiplier, so the mayor and the NYPD can redeploy the human resources that they have in more pronounced or difficult areas where humans can be extremely effective, and leave the monotonous, maybe computationally heavy work for the machines to be able to do. I mean, if you think about it, it wasn't that long ago that, fingerprint technology didn't exist, 911 didn't exist, CB radios didn't exist, tasers didn't exist, and this is just a continued evolution of new tools to be in their toolkit, so they can keep the communities and the country safe.
So Knightscope recently announced an investment opportunity for interested parties to buy bonds. Could you talk a bit about that?
Oh yeah, this is blazing a new trail. So Knightscope's over 10 years old. We had raised north of $120 million from 35,000 investors across the country to build all this technology from scratch, and we're profoundly grateful for all the support that we've gotten over the years, so that we can actually build these tools that, in my view, are in the national security interest of the United States of America. And now that we've gotten it built, and we're publicly traded on NASDAQ under the ticker symbol KSCP. We found, some less than desirable sources of financing in the public markets. I'm trying to be polite here. And so we thought we could allow retail investors to have access to a high yield debt offering that normally would be cornered off for the elite or, certain parts of Wall Street. And why couldn't a retail investor participate in those? So if you go to bond.knightscope.com, you can learn a little bit more about what we're doing.
So what are the main advantages of the latest bond offering over traditional investment opportunities?
For us, for Knightscope, one, it provides the capital for us to grow. We're double-digit growth. We've got a multi-million-dollar backlog of new orders, and we need to frankly hire more people and build more machines. Second, it's non-dilutive to our existing shareholders. I'm a very large shareholder in the company. Certainly get a little prickly about dilution. Third, it continues to help with the overall mission, and also provides a lucrative investment opportunity for someone to consider. It's a 5-year bond, 10% interest. So we pay you cash annually. So let's say you invested, as an example, $10,000, you get $1,000 in cash sent to you annually. And after the 5th year, we'd return the principal or the 10,000 back to you. So you total out about $15,000 at the end of that 5 years. So it's a little bit of a financial innovation, but we want to make sure that we protect our shareholders and we're not subject to the underbelly of Wall Street and the shenanigans associated with it.
Definitely. So I'm sure you have a lot of things to say. What do you say to short sellers of Knightscope?
So I have a strong belief in this country. I have a strong belief that we need to significantly improve the security of the country, and not just Knightscope. If you're out there shorting any company that is helping the military, law enforcement, security, like you're literally trying to profit and be on the side of the criminals and terrorists. Like you need to make better life choices. This is not a game. You shouldn't be profiting off it. And if you're naked shorting, then one of these days you're going to get hunted down and put in jail, because that kind of nonsense needs to stop. In a lot of cases, I get in trouble for saying this, but it's almost like arsonists. Like, okay, let's say you had a pizzeria and someone comes in, doesn't like your prices and doesn't like the pizza. You should just walk out and not buy it. And that's the market speaking, right? You don't have a right to go in there and just light the place on fire and then tell everyone in the world that you don't like the pizza and the price, and now you want a discount. Like that's just not appropriate. And people need to think about the time and effort that it's required to build companies that are trying to do something positive for our communities and for society. And you're sitting there trying to profit off of putting downward pressure on something that's in the national security interest of the country. Like, again, you need to make better life choices.
Couldn't agree more. So lastly, why are you doing this? What is the truly deep motivator, or is there, more than one?
There's certainly more than one. So I'm pretty passionate about this. I think there's 2 or 3 things to think about. One is, I was born in New York City. Having the mayor of the largest city in the country with the largest police department in the country stand up after 10 years of effort to have our technology in Manhattan is, a dream come true. We started the company partially because, my hometown got hit on 9/11. I'm still really pissed off about it. So the rest of my life, I'm dedicating to better securing our country. And that's why I'm willing to do the long-term, sometimes irrational things to force what needs to get done to get done. Second, I'm an ex-automotive executive. I think autonomy and self-driving technology is really going to turn the world upside down. You know, Yesterday was my mom's birthday. I lost both my parents like 10 years ago. They both came to this country, and this country gave us an opportunity. I'm first generation, half Asian, half Latin. guy, and I'm grateful and try to want to repay it in my own way.
That's a beautiful story, William. Well, thank you so much for sharing all the info about your company. And I look forward to you accomplishing your mission, and we'll be here to cover it. So thanks for your time and best of luck with everything.
I appreciate it. And as I often say, long Knightscope and short the criminals.
If you like these videos, kindly hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Drop us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. Furthermore, this video may or may not have been sponsored by the companies that we've profiled within this video, and we may or may not own shares of any of the profiled companies in this video. If you want to know the full disclosure details, check the description down below, along with thoroughly reading our disclaimer. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.